I'm so excited to see you tonight.
First date, baby. First date, I can't wait. First date.
What's up, you guys? Thank you for tuning in to another episode of First Date. My guest today is a very funny writer and comedian. He has a special out called Dance Fatty Dance. You can watch that now. Give it up for Dan St. Germain.
Hi. As she was trying to give me a flawless intro, my Red Bull like cracked in half, which is why
It's just because you're so
I
strong.
can't have good. Oh yeah, that's it. I can't have good things. I'm sorry. I do look like the brawny guy, but going through a divorce. You know. How are you? Thank you for having me.
Yeah.
I love this. I love this set. This is like very sommelier.
Yeah.
You know? Very cool.
I wish I could have a glass of wine. That sounds really nice right now.
It does sound pretty good.
No one needs a glass of wine more than a pregnant person. Tell you what.
That's probably true. Maybe like a homeless guy freezing. He would probably need it a little more. But you, number two, for sure.
I'm right behind the homeless freezing guy.
A pregnant homeless woman. All right, let's not.
Yeah.
Really opening up.
That's really sad.
Well, can you do gummies with your pregnant? What are you allowed to do?
Drink water?
That's it? You can't do anything?
No.
Oh.
I'm nervous about eating a protein bar.
What about Oxycontin? No, you can't do that. You're nervous about eating a protein bar?
Yeah.
What are you allowed to eat?
It depends. I mean, I'm so strict when I'm pregnant. There's this book called Real Food for Pregnancy, and it really is just made to scare the shit out of you about like anything processed and oils and stuff like that, because everything that you consume, your baby, like, can affect your baby. So it just makes you want to eat really clean.
So you're like, you're like paleo, like grilled chicken, whole grains.
I am the moment I wake up.
Uh-huh.
And then by lunchtime, I'm eating velvet taco.
Yeah, I mean, for me, velvet taco would be like an improvement. I'm like, I'm not eating Arby's, but that is, yeah, I don't know how I can't be pregnant.
It's
like,
hard.
Thank God.
But
for everybody. So if I was, that would be an affront against God. But I'm sorry that you're going through it.
It's
I hope
challenging.
you're able to get.
I still eat what I want. I'm just scared while I do it.
Well, it's because as somebody who is in recovery but wants to drink all the time, is there a way? As soon as you fucking, can we curse on this, right?
Yeah.
I always forget. But it's like, as soon as you shoot that baby out, you have a keg, and you just, as soon as it's done, you just lean over.
You can't do that.
You can't drink right after?
No, because the baby comes straight to your boob. They're like,
can you
they
smoke
come
pot
out
right after?
hungry.
What about gummies? Can you do gummies right after?
No, because it hits your bloodstream. And breast milk comes streit from your bloodstream.
You can't drink when you're breastfeeding either.
No.
Okay, my mom sure as fuck did that then. That's like, on the way here, I was thinking about, did my mom drink during my pregnancy? And she definitely, I think, did that. Rest in peace, or wherever you are. But I think she's up there, or in here. I don't think she's down there. I think she's figuring it out here. And then hopefully on her way there. But yeah, yeah, that would be a bummer. Now, but your man, your husband, if you don't know what the status is he being supportive, or is he just getting hammered in front of you all the time?
Oh, he gets hammered in front of me all the time.
And he's a barbecue guy, right?
He is a barbecue guy.
So here's my other thing. So he's getting drunk, and is he also bringing back these like delicious meats and eating it in front of you?
Well,
this is like Chinese water torture.
So the food, I can eat whatever. I can eat whatever I want. It's just sometimes certain foods are scary because I'm like, oh, is this made with, like, if like fried food? I won't eat fried food.
But you can do smoked meats.
Oh, smoked meats all day long.
And any carbs are fine. Or no?
Yeah, it's such a bitch thing to talk about. It just sucks.
Well, we don't have to talk about it.
But the alcohol, like, he will open, like, he'll open a really nice bottle of wine, and he'll take a sip of it, and he's like, this is really good. Smell it.
Oh, God.
And then I smell it, and he's like, can you smell the cinnamon and the apple?
This is how alcoholic I am. I wanted to suck your husband's dick right there. Okay? As soon as you smell it, I'm like, all right, I'm only in Texas once. Here we go. We're going to keep it weird, all right?
Yeah. So that's the hard part, is I'm just like, I don't want to smell the cinnamon and the apple. I don't want to smell it.
Oh, my God. Especially because they're like always concocting new, like, delicious pastries.
And he's opening bars and he's
Fuck
opening
that.
restaurants and.
But can he? There's my question. 'Cause so he's in the nightlife business, but like you have to have a lot of like discipline for that, right? Because if I was in the nightlife business, it would be like one Margaritaville, and they would be out of business in 3 months. They'd be like, he sold all the kitchen equipment for cocaine, like it's already done. So he's got to like that. To me, is a very hard job because you have to have like 6 drinks and then kind of be on all night instead of like you can't have a night where you have like 30 drinks.
Well, he doesn't go out like at night for work. If he goes out at night, it's for fun.
Oh, well. I feel like I'm about to start a separation or divorce here without any questions, so I don't want to do that.
He's more of just like, he's a fun person to be around.
Do you like going out at all or no?
I do. I go out with him all the time. We're going to the
good.
Kentucky Derby, and I'm going to be so pregnant. But he'll ask me, he's like, do you want to go to that? And I'm like, I definitely don't want to miss out on that.
Well, I was wondering because you're doing stand-up now, and sometimes a lot of people that when they start stand-up, they just don't want to be outside anymore. I'm talking about myself, but I'm also talking about like 90% of other comedians, I find.
I haven't really done stand-up in a long time.
Oh, you haven't done stand-up in a long time?
Not since I had a baby.
Okay, well, I think it's healthier to have a baby. Give birth to an actual human rather than, your fucking bid on Southwest Airlines. So.
Are you going to have children?
I don't know. I don't think it's, my wife and I are a little older. Not a lot older, but we may do it, I think adoption, if it's the right situation, maybe like I don't know. Right now, no. But do I think about it? Yeah, I do. I do think like we're only here to create, whether it's people or art or something or like an idea. So like I have to I don't want to. I don't want to be this selfish for my entire life. I guess in some ways,
Yeah.
But I don't know. I've seen most of my friends having a kid. Not all of them, but most of them. It's changed them in an incredibly positive way.
How long have you been with your wife?
7 years.
How'd you guys meet?
Years, through a friend. We had this comic named Elliot Glazer, Alana Glazer's brother, who's also in Broad City. He's a writer, very funny guy. I did a show with, like, she used to do comedy. She's actually a casting director now. But I did a show with her. I always thought, when I was seeing someone, I thought she was smoking. And then like 10 years after that, like I heard like she like got out of this thing. So I was like, hey man, you want to throw me in there? Throw me in. She's like, she's not ready. And I was like, fuck this. So I just messaged her anyway. I was like, I'm not going to wait until she is ready and then somebody else comes in. So then we dated for briefly and then we broke up for a year, but we stayed friends. And like, it was cool because like it was like seeing her. We like had the hot and heavy thing, and then we broke, but then we just became friends. And then I was like, oh, this is like we can get both of these things. This is great. So then we saw each other like after that, like a year after we had broken up, and we were like, oh, this is it. And immediately like after that, she was like, yeah, you're gonna move in with me in New York. And so I was on a show. I stopped writing on that show. And I was like, well, I got to get a show in New York. And then I got hired to write Michelle Wolf's show. But that whole week I was like, I got to do this or else I can't move in with this girl. So like that was like the most important writing packet of my life. Because I have to kill this because I'm going up against 600 probably other writers or 1,000 other writers. I have to I have to do this well or else this chick's going to get away. And I don't want to quit this job and then not have a job in case it doesn't work. So it all worked out. I got the job and I moved in with her. And, show got canceled, but we're still together.
Well,
so
damn.
hey, glass is half full, baby.
Do you still live in New York?
No, I live in Connecticut right now, but I'm going to be living in Massachusetts in 2 months.
Why are you moving to Massachusetts?
Taking over my dad's house. He's like a beautiful house. He wants to move to Jersey, so he's got a condo there. He's looking at. Well, he just bought it. He's got a condo there, so I'm taking over his mortgage, and then it's good because I'm going to still go down to the city like twice a month to do stand up, and then come back. But I can't be around every time I'm in a city, I feel like I'm living inside someone that's yelling at me. So like it'll be nice to move past that, I guess,
Where have you liked living the most?
Glendale in 2018. I really loved Glendale in LA. Have you been there?
I have.
Yeah. I don't know why. I was just like so suburban and I was coming from like Thai Town or Hollywood and it was like so kind of like shady there that like it was nice to be around like, oh, those are kids going to like practice, rather than, wait, was that guy in Charmed? Why is he asking me for crack? Like that was kind of like more my experience in Hollywood. Like I was living across Jumbo's clown room. Like I remember I brought, we were, I was walking with my wife in that area. I had moved to Glendale, but this was like when we got back together. And we're walking by, and there's this like homeless lady right next to us, and my wife's very sweet. She's like, "Hello," and I'm like, "Hello," and the homeless lady just turns to my wife, goes, "I'll kill you, bitch," and she's like, "You lived here?" And I'm like, "Yeah," I was fine with it.
Rough.
Yeah, but it was all right, I guess. I think it was. I was staying at a place where I couldn't afford a couch. I'd moved out. I could have afforded a couch. It was just super cheap. I'd moved out to do like this show. I was writing a sitcom for Fox. It didn't go, but I got another show at Fox, guys, and fingers crossed this one's going to work out. This one, no, I do. I actually think it's going to be great. But I moved in there, and I had gotten a and he's like, "Hey man, you looking for a bed?" And I was like, "Yeah." He goes, "All right, cool. Yeah, this guy. I mean, he's in prison now, but I don't think he's coming back for it." So I just took this guy in jail. So like I would be sleeping, I'd be terrified. I'm like, is this guy gonna come back from jail? And like, who took my fucking bed? So yeah, but I moved out of there, and that was cool. I think I'd like to do the Ted Kaczynski thing though, like cabin in the middle of nowhere, and I'm almost getting to that with this house. Where we're moving now is gorgeous. Moving to the Berkshires. It's like where the Norman Rockwell Museum is. There's nobody there.
You like being kind of by yourself?
I do now, I think. Yeah. I mean, it's just because one of these things where it's like, I haven't had the perfect record with sobriety. I'm sober now, but like everyone knows I shouldn't drink. So it's like whenever I drink, I want to hang out with my friends, and I'm like, hey, and they're like, we're calling the police. It's like we're not gonna. So there's not like reward for me, but no, I think I like groups of 4 people, like a dinner. I'm like a dinner party guy.
Yeah.
Give me 4 or 5 people. That's my shit.
That's a nice size.
What's your ideal crowd size for a hang?
I like to either go out with one friend that I really miss, that I haven't seen in like forever, and have like a real catch-up session and just kind of like, I don't know, like talk about everything that's been going on over a really good meal. Yeah. Or I like to get like 4 or 5 people together and have like a little bit of a dinner party.
What do you think because like I always heard like our parents were like, oh, you'll be lucky if you have like 5 friends your whole life. And I feel like I have way more friends than that. And most people I know have way more friends. So were our parents just like dicks? They all had personality disorders?
Yeah.
I don't know.
I'm just an odd guy doing odd jobs. I'll race you. I'm Ian Finance. Hey, how are you? And each week, I'm in different towns across the country doing stand-up comedy. And to keep me from rotting in my bed or putting a gun to my head, I get you to teach me how to do your job. Ian Do, an odd guy doing odd jobs. YouTube.com/Ian Finance Comedy. Every other Tuesday, produced by YMH. I gotta rip a fart too, bro. Let it loose, toot toot. I'll see you out there. How long you been working here?
Health, wellness, and GLP-1s have been a hot topic of conversation for a while. It's incredible to witness the results people are seeing from using GLP-1s. Of course, there's the weight loss part, but it surprised me how many people have improved energy, more confidence, and better biometrics as a whole. Today's sponsor, Ro, offers the first FDA-approved GLP-1 pill for weight loss at the lowest cost around. It has the same weight loss ingredient as a shot and packs comparable results. The Ro Body membership includes access to FDA-approved GLP-1s, unlimited provider messaging, side effect management, and more. All for just $45 for your first month and $145 per month after that. The Ro membership fee excludes the cost of GLP-1 medication. I love that Ro gives people the option to take the GLP-1 pill instead of the shot, because I know I wouldn't love to stab myself with a needle every day either. Go to ro.co/firstdate to see if you're eligible for the new GLP-1 pill on Ro. That's ro.co/firstdate to get started on Ro. Go to ro.co/safety for boxed warnings and full safety information about GLP-1 medications. No, I feel like I have quite a few friends.
Yeah, me too. And like, I'm not for everybody, and I have quite a few friends. So like, let alone, you know.
Yeah, it's weird when I think about like having a real party. I'm like, okay, let's invite our friends. And before I know it, like I've got quite a list of people that I would invite. And that always shocks me. I'm like, wow, I have way more friends than I thought I did.
I have a question for you. I've always wanted to ask this to a model before.
Yeah.
How many boats have you been invited on?
Boats.
Like just random rich guys' boats throughout your entire life. He's like, yeah, I got a boat. I feel like that happens with models all the time. There's just a guy with a boat around.
There are a lot of guys with boats.
Exactly. I've never met a boat guy besides like my one uncle, and he sunk the fucking thing because he was drunk. Actually, that was my grandfather. My other uncle's actually a pretty good boatman.
Well, I've met a lot of guys with boats. The boats have always been like wakeboarding boats. So it's never been like a yacht boat.
It's not like a Bezos situation.
No. But I did go to Greece one time, and I went.
Come on.
And I was on Namos.
It's like hot girl Mecca.
I was standing on the edge of the water, and I remember looking at all of the yachts, and I was like, if just one of these guys could see me and ask me to go on their boat.
Oh, man.
So like those kinds of boats, I was too much on land.
You were too much of a land woman.
I was not close enough to the boats.
Not a boat broad.
Wave one down.
I don't understand the whole boat obsession with. I guess because there's no sovereignty on a boat.
I don't know. I think drinking on a boat is fun.
Yeah, I mean, I think drinking on a bus is fun. I think Chinese Funghua bus, plane, train, automobile, like tractor trailer. I'll fucking do it on one of those Indian elephants they walk around with.
That was such good timing. Oh, man.
What's my favorite? This is
ruined my mind.
Well, you're okay?
Yeah, that was really funny.
What I used to do is I think the funniest place I got, not the saddest place maybe I got drunk is like I was listening to SRO when I was like 22. The guy I was living with was like, that's another story, but he was carried around a gun and he said he was a cop, but then he like got drunk and he told me I'm not a cop, and I'm like, I don't know what this is anymore. But anyway, there was a movie theater and I would just bring vodka in the movie theater, and I would, like, for whatever reason, wanted to get like drunk on 1 p.m. on Tuesday for like 3 weeks in a row, but the only showing was like, I now pronounce you Chuck and Larry. So in the back there's just this like bearded guy just getting drunk off pop of vodka, and the movie had been out for 2 months, so it's just me by myself. And I still don't know what happened in the movie. I think they're not gay in it. I have no idea. But I'm trying to think of if there's any place I got too drunk at an opera once. That was rough.
Ooh.
I showed up without shoes. They
Without
sat me.
shoes?
Yeah, my friends were in the opera. They were like doing Shakespeare. They were actors. And I thought it was so good. I don't remember any of it, but I was like sobbing by the end of it. I was like, this is beautiful. I had no idea what was going on.
I did stand up whenever I was like getting into stand up. I was so scared in the beginning that I was always like stone cold sober.
Yeah.
And then someone had the great idea. They're like, take a shot and loosen up a little bit. So then I did loosen up, and I had a great show.
Yeah, one's fine. 1 or 2 is fine.
But then it turned into 2. And then I remember the next time I was like drinking like 4 margaritas before my set. And then I was drunk. And I was like, ooh. And I went on stage and I had a terrible show. I was like slurring and.
Yeah, I've had those. I was in my head. I've gotten too drunk in or like I've been in a situation where it was like a roast situation, and I started getting too hammered, and then everybody, I'm just not funny. Like I look like whenever I get drunk and I'm doing stand up, I look like a best man at a wedding ruining the wedding with a speech, like it's not a comedy set. I'm just like revealing I'm in love with the bride or something, like just ruining it. So yeah.
It sucks.
I wish I could just have 8. That's what I always said. If I could just stop at 8.
8?
Yeah. been to 5 rehabs. This is the next step rehab.
5 rehabs?
2 inpatient, 3 out, and then 1 detox. But I'm good now. You know.
When was the last time you went to rehab?
2023, end of 2023. I don't know why I popped my eyes out like that, or was it 2024? I said that like it was like, oh yes, really? 2023. Seabrook, the detox outside. I saw 3 people thought there were spiders in their mouth. No, it was Wellbridge Recovery. Shout out Wellbridge Recovery. Ow! It was a nice place. It was great Thanksgiving. Like one of the best Thanksgiving meals I've ever had.
Oh really? What'd they have?
Standard turkey.
It was just good.
Turkey, stuffing, and fentanyl.
Or did you just really taste it for the first time?
It was no, it was just really good. This guy was really good. But yeah, maybe I was also emotionally in a tough spot too. But,
You're like, oh, this food is great.
but this one was okay. You know, I was very lucky. I had my wife's like love and support on this one, and I've been in other times where I have not had any support. So that made it. You just don't want to like say that too loud at rehab because the other guys get resentful. You're like, oh, my wife just sent me another letter, and they're like, oh, really? You didn't try to fuck the babysitter, and now you're in the middle of a nasty divorce? Fuck you. And then he goes like back to his Jello or whatever the fuck. So that I'm very lucky.
Rehab or nursing home?
Dude, what was the nursing home? There's a Bonnie Blue was going around. She was like getting kicked out of nursing homes for like hooking up with all the guys there. That would be the sexiest version of Cocoon ever. But I've never. I don't know. I don't think I would mind a senior living facility, but would you be? No.
Me in a senior living facility?
Think about you being 80. Like you get activities, a DJ maybe.
Movies really ruin it for me, you know, because you watch movies where people are in senior living and they all look doped up playing bingo. Or like, you know, they're just trying to move a marble across the table nowhere.
I see how you lost a memory on that. But you know what's nice
but
though?
They're like,
when you go to one, you actually realize they're worse.
So I don't know if I could do that because I'm just like, oh no, this looks so sad.
It does feel a little sad. During COVID, I was a volunteer. I was a hospice volunteer. And one of the things, because I got a puppy, my puppy Goldie, and they wanted me to bring her to the old people, but it was COVID, so I couldn't go in there because they were afraid I was going to get them sick. So I would just like stand outside their bedroom window with the dog and just hold it. And then the old people would just like tap the window trying to touch the dog. And I'm like, how is this making anything better? This is like a fucking scene from Saw.
The dog is like, can we adopt her?
Yeah, exactly.
She's inside. She's at the window. Let's get that one. We want this one. The roles just get reversed.
Oh, my God.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't think I brought much joy.
I don't think, yeah. Oh. No. I volunteered at a nursing home one time and I took food and it was like a group of volunteers and I was taking food and all of these like really old women were like on their walkers, you know, like going down and like taking the food. And I just felt like, I felt like if that were me, if the roles were reversed, I'd just be like, who is this fucking pretty young girl with her trying to offer me a sandwich?
It is. I would be a little upset if I was like an 80-year-old guy and there was just some beefcake dude like,
hey
doing
man,
the
you want
peck dance, being like, hey, you want some Jello? And I'm
like,
get your sexy dick away from me.
Yeah, like I was just like, oh, like wearing like a beanie and like no makeup, and I'm just like you, lady. Just
hey, no beanie with no makeup in that place still makes you a 10. All right, when you have fucking Terry Schiavo in the corner, you're doing all right. That's not fair. She was of age.
But anyway, that was my nursing home experience, and I felt very out of place.
I think you should go back and just like look as hot as fuck. just rub it in all these old bitches' faces.
All the guys?
Yeah.
You want some ice cream?
Yeah, and then he has a heart attack immediately. I am looking forward to the hospice for the morphine, though. That's probably the only thing
Sounds like a relapse.
Well, you get a pass. If you have cancer, you get a pass.
Yeah, you do.
You know?
And if you're that old, you get a pass, too.
Yeah, I think so. I'm gonna start heroin at like 85. I've
Why
never done
not?
heroin before. Why not? Right? Yeah, maybe I should do that. Do you do anything? Was that like the one volunteer thing you did? Have you ever done anything else or no? Sometimes they're fun. So obviously, it's a combo of. It's either like rewarding or depressing. It's not really fun.
I did some volunteer work when I was also in high school. I went to this public school for a year, and they had.
Wait, was that was the volunteer? You're like, I was around public school.
I went
children.
to public school.
Ugh.
Yikes! And
Like,
then
you throw a coin from your carriage and get out of the way.
I was homeschooled.
I didn't know that.
And then at the very end of my schooling, I went to a public school for a year just to like really have the experience to see what life was like out in the
scary?
wild. It was horrible. It was absolutely
Were people
awful.
picking on you or?
Oh my, yes, it was not cool. I did not like it at all. It was a terrible experience.
I'm so fascinated by this. Was it like now where are you from originally? Sorry.
Texas.
Texas. So like, did you not know how to behave like a high schooler when you got like you didn't know their references? Like what was, did you dress different? Like what was the?
It was a lot of different things. It was, I was coming from being an elite gymnast and.
Story of my life. Keep going.
That's why I was homeschooled.
Yeah.
And I would train for 6 hours a day, and then I would have school for 4 hours a day. And then I broke my knee a few times, and I couldn't do it anymore.
Right.
So then I went to a private school for like 2 years, and I didn't like that. And so my parents were like, do you want to go to a public school? And I was like, yeah!
Not realizing.
That sounds like so much fun. A new school. And so then I went to this public school and I walked in, and the only way I survived is because I bought a letter jacket that said Compton on the back of it.
What?
That's my last name.
Oh, so they thought you were.
I went to a real ghetto school.
So they thought you were then.
So then they were like, oh, that's Compton. And that's the only way.
That's the only reason? Did you make any friends
survived.
while you were there? Or no?
I made a few friends, like 4 friends.
Yeah.
And I entered a class called Clinical, which was a volunteer class where you go to the hospital and you like learn what it would be like to work in a hospital, and it's supposed to let you know if you want to go to college to be a nurse or a doctor.
Right. Well, that's not all right. School. I guess that's a good idea. Did you go to college? I don't know.
I went to a community college, but I dropped out before I had to do math.
Yeah, I mean, I went to college. It didn't make me smarter.
It was terrible.
Yeah, it didn't make me
I
smarter.
got recruited by Playboy while I was in college.
Again, story of my life.
And then I dropped out.
That must have been pretty sweet though. I don't know. I guess the first Playboy check in print, it wasn't what it used to be then versus like the 70s.
It's changed. It changed significantly from the 70s, and then whenever I did it to now, it has changed again significantly.
Like down or up? Probably down. Yeah, because it's print. I mean, it's crazy. I mean, it's like there's only. Hey, good on them for keep going, man. Every time I don't know how these like Rolling Stone, like all these things. I'm like, I have no idea.
I mean, the internet or OnlyFans, even like there's so many ways to see naked people. Like Playboy used to be the nudie magazine.
Playboy's just completely tasteful now. It's kind of always been, but it was like a little bad. And now,
it was glamorous at one point whenever I was doing it, which I liked. It was all glam. And then it turned into like the girl next door, and they're like, okay, we don't want any makeup. We just want you to be in like mixed match underwear. And I'm like, what? Wait, no, I'm not doing that.
Well, I just think it's like now it's like you turn on a porn and it's the most god awful shit just on the porn homepage that like it's like if my daughter did Playboy now, I'd be like, oh thank God. Well, can you either do Playboy or be a doctor? One of those two. Because like there was. I'm sure guys talked to you about this, but like when I was like, I'm 41, so when I was like 13, it was like you were like finding those Skidamax. You were like literally like it was black and white, and you were like putting like a boob together like it was a fucking puzzle, like in Memento or something. And that's what you had to masturbate for the season for 4 months. It was a Rubik's Cube tit for 4 months. And now these kids can get whatever the fuck they want, but now none of them are fucking. So that's interesting too.
Yeah. Things changed.
They have changed a lot. Like now it's like guys are like proud of being virgins.
Or they have an AI girlfriend.
It's a matter of time. Would you be able to accept your kid's AI boyfriend or girlfriend?
No.
Really? What if they were like a really good hang?
I would rather my son have an imaginary friend.
I'm sure. I hope he does. That's a normal thing.
AI girlfriend.
You're like, I hope he has like a puppy or something. You're like, that's also normal.
Well, that kind of is an AI girlfriend. I guess it is imaginary.
My question is, imaginary friends. Kids. You should pay attention to this with your kid. They haven't been destroyed by the world yet mentally, so they actually could be seeing
a real
an interdimensional
entity?
being. I
Yeah.
think they are a lot of the times.
Oh, if he was like, Mommy, there's a friend in my room.
Yeah, it depends on what you're like. First up, it's got to be scary, right?
Of course.
You're going to be waiting for that. That's the scariest thing about kids. Like, I imagine, like, there's going to be a point, like, because when your kid starts talking, like, a year, I guess so, I'm sorry.
Sorry.
Or, like, 2 years, like, he's going to, like, wake you up, or she's going to wake you up in the middle of the night and be like, Mommy, I'm scared. And you're like, I'm terrified. I'm terrified. Whatever you're scared of.
Just come in here. Get in bed.
Yeah.
Whatever's under your
Honey,
bed
I
can
was in
stay there.
Playboy. I'm not Laura Croft. Okay? Like, I'm not going to glam a boogeyman out of your room. All right?
I don't know. The way my boobs look now, I could flash
No, me too,
a
sister.
monster. And they'll be like, ah!
They destroyed them? Is that what happened?
They're just like
They seem fine.
reshaped.
Isn't that what happens, right? Are you going to do a thing? Are you going to do the thing?
So the thing with me is that whenever you breastfeed, you have one power boob. That like
You have a power boob?
It's a power boob, and it just
What is the power boob?
The power boob is the boob that generates the most milk,
Okay.
and then the other boob is like your lame tit.
The lame tit.
It's the lame tit.
It's like Danny DeVito and Arnold Schwarzenegger.
Yeah. Yes, it is. And so when you're like,
Come on, make more milk. I'm pulling all the weight here.
yes, that's exactly what it's like. And so in life now, I just have like one large boob.
You have a cyclops titty.
It is a cyclops boobie.
Well,
And that's just so unfortunate.
well, maybe instead of a bra, we get you an eye patch. Just put it around.
I need to get like an insert for my lame tit, so it can just like meet the size.
Look, they look. You're doing great.
Thank you.
Okay.
Thank you.
But every woman is entitled, as the woman's magazine I gave you. Every woman is entitled to their own breasticles. I don't even know what I'm saying right now.
But all women have a power boob. Just so you know,
They have a power boob?
it's all women have one boob.
That's going to be my come on to my wife when I see her when I get home. Like, let me see those power titties.
Yeah. Which one do you think would be the power boob? Is there one that's a little
I was
bit
about
bigger?
to go like this. Like, I think it's her left.
That's what my power boob is.
Yeah,
The
her
left
left.
boob.
I don't know. Let's get her on the phone and ask.
Yeah, I want to know.
She actually would probably answer, but I think she's working.
She'd be like, "This is a very strange question."
Yeah. Well, 2 days ago I did that Colton Downing podcast, and she gave me permission to kiss him on the mouth. That's not what I'm asking. Sorry. So this would be less weird than that.
Yeah.
Of being like, hey, honey, what's your power boob? Rather than I'm going to go make out with this dude. So,
So yeah, that's how I'd scare a monster.
Just throw that titty out there. I used to have a joke about that because my mom would walk around the house with no bra on, her boobies just kind of like she looked like a Muppet that like Jim Henson just gave up on. It's like, fuck it, let's see what happens. But I was like, come on, Mom. It would like hit me in the face and shit. It was big.
Dang.
It was too much.
Yeah.
Just put the bra on. But it also must suck to wear a bra all the time.
Yeah.
Do you ever get comfortable with it? Or is it like a hat? Like eventually you don't even know you're wearing the hat?
A bra?
Yeah.
Some bras can be comfortable.
I had lost weight, and then when I did the show again, I was a big fat pig, and I gained 20 pounds. So I decided to like wear a corset. Basically, I wore like Spanx around, and it just like pushed my tits up to here. And I just instead of like I looked a little better, but the whole time it looks like I'm about to pass out.
I think support sometimes can feel nice, but for the most part, there's nothing quite like just taking
Sorry,
off
I just spilled Red Bull over my knee. Hopefully the camera didn't catch that, guys.
Just free balling it.
Free balling it, baby.
Feels good.
When does breastfeeding stop? Is that 6 months in?
You can do it as long as you want. I saw some interview with a woman who was doing it till her daughter was like 6.
Yeah, that's not. Yeah, that's a documentary. That's not a.
If you're the minute I felt teeth, I was like, boop. No,
I don't like. I think pregnant women are beautiful, but it's not like a sexual thing. Like some guys, it's like a real sexual thing.
Yeah, it's like a fetish.
I don't know. I just feel like because when I was a kid, when I first like when somebody explained to me what sex was, like my first thought as a kid was like, oh my god, was I in my mom's like womb, like dodging my dad's penis, like like a long like cross country skier or something, like. Since then I've been like I don't want to like accidentally like hit a kid with my dick or something.
All guys think they're gonna hit the kid with their dick.
Truth is,
you're not gonna hit that kid with a dick.
You're not. There's chances are the kid's way bigger than your dick.
I like. What was the question that you asked me a second ago? You asked me something.
You were talking about a kid, and then you talked about scaring him with your titty. Breastfeeding.
So I'm pumping, which is different than breastfeeding. So he still gets my milk, but I don't bring him to me to breastfeed. I cut that off at 8 months.
So you still pump.
So I still pump.
But as soon as the pumping's done, you can have that drink.
That's
pump
where I'm
trying to get
to. 1 year. And then I will wean off, and then he can like transfer to some cow's milk.
How long is the milk good for? Because maybe you could just pump up a lot for about 2 months.
6 months. It's good for like 6 months. I'm just trying to say,
like maybe you just go nuts on your titties with the pumper for a month.
Yeah.
And then you'll be able to get fucked up. But it's going to be a rough month. It's going to be a rough month. You're going to be like one of those emaciated cows in the Serengeti.
No, I've done that. So at like... What's a good example? I guess this last Christmas. So I went to New York for 4 days. And so for a month leading up to it, I had to pump like an extra, two times extra. And I would save that milk and freeze it. And I did that for a month so that for 4 days, I could like go to New York and drink and have a really good time and not worry about it. But then I got pregnant.
That's it, man.
I was like... No! And so I couldn't drink, and I was...
Hand jobs for you guys from now on. You're too fertile. Back to fucking middle school, dry humping and jeans, baby.
I was like, oh man, couldn't I have just gotten pregnant like 1 month later?
I've never been pregnant, so I don't know, but...
It really helps with rehab.
Does it? Yeah, I guess you do, yeah.
I was like... borderline an alcoholic before I got pregnant. I was drinking like a glass or two of wine every night. I was like enjoying cocktails at dinner.
Sounds like fun.
I was having a great time.
You weren't doing it in the morning though, right? You didn't do the hair of the dog.
I wasn't an alcoholic.
Do you know what I'm doing? I'm projecting onto you to like give you permission to somehow give myself permission. But it's fine if like you're in Texas and you're doing like a podcast and there's like a bar across the street and then you get done with the podcast and you get drunk immediately.
You just go across. No. I wish that, I had fun, but I was drinking every day. Yeah. But I wasn't getting like fucked up every day. I would just have like a glass or two of wine. And then if I'd go out to dinner, I'd have a cocktail or two and then a glass or two of wine. That was like my standard.
Must be nice to be that fucking thin. Where you could just get you
that would get me wasted.
That would get you wasted, right?
Oh man, I'd be like stumbling home.
I like this is how I'll quit. My story is like I would quit drinking for 6 months and then I would like fuck up again. But even then, I would need like 12 beers to get drunk for whatever reason, you know. And edibles is the worst because I totally do the marijuana maintenance thing because it doesn't. I can do it before bed. It doesn't get in the way of my work. That's my whole thing is like my work and my wife, you know. But like I would, you know, and I do not want to drink. But then like the gummies, your percentage, like I was taking like 400 milligrams before I went to bed just to like go to sleep. And you're like, well, this isn't fun anymore. Now I can't get high.
Yeah.
You know?
How much would you drink when you were drinking?
I just wouldn't stop, you know? It just depends on whether I get blow or pills too, you know?
Wow.
You know? Look, man, if you kids can still do 10 drinks and not ruin your life, keep going.
That's terrible advice. Terrible advice.
Well, you know, there's plenty of sober people say this is the worst. No, I am not a good example of someone who should. No. But, you know, as my mom died of it, my grandpa died of it. It's like Michael Lawrence has this great joke. My family tree has a car wrapped around it.
Oh, no.
Shut up, Mike. So no, but now I'm enjoying, like, you know, the things I like, if I could just enjoy a 5 milligram gummy and like an Adirondack chair, James Taylor, wife, dogs, I'll be happy. And I think I'll get there at some point.
What do you like to do to mellow out when you go home?
Well, the problem is like I really used to like my dumb thing I used to love was pro wrestling, and then I got hired by him, and then I got fired, so that I just totally lost. Like I was like angry, like like a girl who like gets a bad boyfriend, and then she's like a lesbian for 6 months. Like so, I haven't watched wrestling since then. But so then I started getting really back into the news again, and I always kind of was into the news, but I was a little bit. So now I listen to like 4 to 6 hours of news a day. It's all the most depressing shit possible. And I don't know why I do that. So that's my unwinding. The only thing I really unwind, I got to get better, I guess. So video games is the only thing that like I can enjoy but I should get into working out or something. But like I'll just listen to like podcasts and play video games all night.
What kind of video games?
Right now I'm playing God of War, Ragnarok. I'm going because I don't play video games for 5 years, and then I just hear all the good ones and I buy all of them.
I was into video gaming off and on throughout my life.
Homeschooling. It's like a homeschool thing. Your only friend was Star Fox, probably, or something. What did you play?
I played StarCraft.
Oh wow, you were like in it.
Yeah, I played StarCraft, but I worked for this company called NASL, and I helped host this stream, and that was like my job for like 2 years.
NHSL.
NASL.
And so you really liked it.
Oh yeah, I'd go home and I would play for like 4 hours a night.
Wow.
I loved playing StarCraft. And then I got fired from the job, and then I stopped playing it. And that sucked because then I really liked playing the game. But it was kind of like your situation. I'm like, well, if they're going to if I'm not going to work for this company and I'm not doing all this stuff, like why am I going to waste my time doing this? I got to find a new life.
Yeah. Yes, exactly. I like disappearing into a world, but, I love it on our big TV, and we share the big TV, so I can only play so much before my wife's like, this is a lot.
She's got to play with you.
She hates that shit.
Oh.
She hates that shit. Plus, she doesn't like it because I'll play Corset and then I'll just like slip into an offensive Japanese accent without realizing it. And she's like, we have Asian neighbors, please. I'm like, I'm sorry. I mean, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. So I will, that's been unwinding for me. And I'm like really into, I have a podcast, a paranormal podcast. I'm really into like UAP and aliens.
Have you seen Skinwalker Ranch?
Of course.
Oh my God.
Have you been there?
No, but I'd love to go. It's off limits.
Do you have
any,
I can't, but there's ways in. Wait, do you have any friends in the defense contracting business?
In the what?
Defense contracting business?
No.
Military? No. Guns? Scientist friends? You probably know, being in Austin, do you know anybody in the tech bubble? Here, people in like higher up in the tech, because they could maybe be a way in to Skinwalker for you.
I
don't know if I would go for some reasons, but you probably could find a way in.
I feel like I'm such a believer in that stuff. I'd have to wait till I wasn't pregnant anymore because I wouldn't want the heavy metals to like mess with me.
Well, you know what's happening now is that everyone who goes there, something's following them back now.
No.
That's happening. Like that, and that's not just like Lou Elizondo, who wrote Eminent, he was in the Age of Disclosure, that documentary that just came out. It's been reported a lot is that you go to these hot spots and then all of a sudden you get home, you don't tell your family about it, and then your family's like, hey, why is there like an orange orb in the middle of the living room right now?
No way.
Yeah.
Wow, that's wild.
It is. That's really what I've gotten into the last year is like that. Like I'll play Ghost of Tsushima and listen to like a 5-hour podcast on either DARPA or like the Rendlesham Forest UFO incident in England, like really, and I'll just lose myself and just love it. Either I'll do it sober, or if it's late in the night, I'll have a gummy. It's the best.
My Instagram algorithm
it's all that
is giving me some stuff like that too. I saw an interview between two guys. I bet you have seen this, and they're talking about being on DMT and looking at a laser. And when you're on the laser, it's like code, but if you move the laser up and down the wall, the code changes, and everyone else who's on DMT can see it too. But if you're not on DMT, it's just a light.
Not only that, they also see on DMT the DMT elves. Have you heard of that? Like the same. That's crazy.
The little
to me.
people.
Yeah, that everyone's seeing the same shit on those hallucinogens.
Yeah.
Well, like a lot of people have those things where they get on a psychedelic and then they download code, which is what you're talking about there. They see the code. which makes you think it's a simulation. And weirdly enough, it kind of looks Egyptian too. So you're like, and then you hear about like they're finding crafts with hieroglyphics on it, like when the spaceships crash.
Yeah.
So you're like, what the fuck is time? Is this all, but it does feel like there's this weird code behind everything.
Yeah, like the Matrix kind of.
Kinda, yeah.
Yeah.
I feel like, I don't know, man. I mean, I feel like something got opened up this year, but I don't know about you, but I feel stuff sometimes. Like as weird as that sounds, like I feel like the best people to feel stuff are, I think, gay men and indigenous children, and that's a weird. No, I'm serious. Like this isn't even a joke. Like that's what the military apparently uses. They like go to because a lot of these new craft, like the craft spaceships they're finding, they're all controlled through psionics, and the best people who do that for whatever reason are gay men who don't have a history of drug and alcohol issues, and indigenous children who've like never seen a TV, and then. Apparently, somehow, they've found a way to open the craft through the kids' minds.
No way.
And through that's what I've heard for a few people.
Like, I find this stuff fascinating.
I could talk to you about this for 7 hours. I will do that tonight. After my show tonight, that is what I will do when I get home. I have like a 4-hour documentary I want to watch when I get home.
What is it?
Well, that one's a little more depressing. That's about the Presidio child daycare center scandal in the 60s involving Satanists.
Oh.
So that's another, like, my algo's fucked. My algo is half Brazilian butts, half dissected aliens. So it's impossible to masturbate to. That's what I'm trying to say. But this is my favorite fucking UAP thing that I've heard lately, or this paranormal thing. I've heard that Bigfoot is a Navy SEAL sent from other dimensions to go into ours, grab the crashed aliens and bring them back, like an X-Files version of like Black Hawk Down. Now this sounds nuts, but Chris Davis, you can Google him. He's got a ton of government contracts. He made millions and millions of dollars. I don't know who I'm yelling at, by the way. Millions of dollars of government contracts. He said just casually in this documentary, "Oh yeah, we were looking at a portal. This like 8-foot monkey guy just kind of walks past us."
No big deal.
No big deal. 'Cause I think all those guys are seeing shit. They're just like dropping little morsels.
Yeah.
For all of us.
They have it up. Lizard Man of Scape or Swamp
Chris
claims.
Davis. Yes, there we go. Well, the thing that's different about that's not. Is that the same Chris Davis? No. Well, Chris Davis is like he was in Congress. Like he's not like a wackadoo. Like gets billions of dollars from our defense companies. So the people that are saying it now are like, well, he may not, but the people that are coming out now are all like fucking really buttoned up, cut and dry guys and girls. They're not me, like they're people who, so now you see like these whistleblowers and like you hear Dylan Borland talk, or you hear, Matthew Brown talk, and they're two of the people that blew the lid on this last year. And you're like, these guys aren't lying. You and I were in a business of lies, show business. These guys are not lying, because I've never, like, this is how I acted when I tried to lie when I was like 8. Like, they're not used to this then. So like, it's real. So we know magic is real. We know aliens are real. We know it may be connected to afterlife, maybe connected to things that happened before us. I don't know, man. It's like crazy. This is a crazy time to be alive.
It is a crazy time to be alive.
It is at the craziest time to be alive, I think.
Well, I do find all that stuff really fascinating. I watch a lot of the shows, and it's
you watch Skinwalker?
Oh yeah.
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 I think there's definitely stuff going on there.
For sure.
Yeah.
I mean, I could talk to you about that for hours as well.
Have you seen anything? Or felt anything?
Not in like my life. I haven't. But when I watch that show, it doesn't seem put on to me with all the mishaps and like electrical problems that they have with every single person that they have brought in with the show having problems with all of their equipment and all this stuff. Like, I don't know. It doesn't seem.
Well, it's the same area, and it's been like that forever, because Native Americans, that area, they had the same problem with it. That's where all the Skinwalker stuff came from.
That's why I wouldn't go when I'm pregnant, because I think that there are metals in the ground there, and I feel like metals would really mess with pregnancy,
Well,
with earth shifting and things.
You don't know what's there. Like Moment of Contact just came out, and it's about the Brazilian. You heard about the crash landed in Brazil, and two little girls saw two little things, and they're like two little men in their backyard. And this guy, James Fox, he's actually going to be on our podcast, Burbs Bros, check it out. But he's like, went to Brazil and like went into it and looked into it. And anyway, one of the Army's guys ended up catching this thing with a net, right? And it nicked him. And he died 3 days later from whatever like biological radiative disease this thing had. And it wasn't like it was attacking him. Like it wasn't attacking him. Like
the little alien guy?
Well, it's like the guy he literally picked it up with a net. It was alien, and then he like cut his arm just a little bit on the alien's like skin or something like that, and then he was dead 3 days later. And there's a bunch of doctors who verified this. It's right now, Moment of Contact. It's on Amazon. You can rent it now. There's the first part, but the second part. It's wild, dude, because it's like him trying to find the witnesses, and he just needs one more witness. And I don't want to blow it. Should I blow it? I won't blow it. I'll blow it. At the very end, he's looking for this one witness, and he sees the guy. He's like, "Are you this guy?" And the guy's like, "Yeah, I am." He's like, "Did you see it?" He's like, "What did it look like?" Looking into its eyes, and the guy just looks, and the guy just starts bawling hysterically.
No way.
And then the director, who I've never seen, he's a pretty button-up guy. He starts crying. And that's just how the documentary ends. Because apparently when you look into at least the Gray's eyes, it's so overpowering. People either get sick, they pass out, they start bawling hysterically. It is how you would describe seeing an angel in the Bible.
Wow.
Which is why they think that they're very similar too.
That's so wild. Well, I'm going to have to listen to your podcast.
Yeah, it's you got to come on. And you got to talk about, we talk aliens. It's the best thing for a podcast because we know it's the opposite of a normal comedy podcast. We don't bitch about comedy or our careers.
Yeah, no, I'd love to talk about aliens. The whole last 30 minutes, my audience is like, what the fuck are we doing?
That's what I was a little
here?
bit wondering. I was like, this isn't the type of probe I was looking for. This podcast.
I mean, we haven't really talked about your dating life, but we've talked about...
I will say, well, here's dating. Aliens apparently do live off of sexual energy. That's like one of the things they feed. It's like a lot of abduction stories. The guy ends up hooking up with like a tall Norwegian alien. All right, enough about my sex life, but let's get back to dating.
Well, our time has come to an end.
Oh, shit, I'm sorry. God damn it.
I know.
I should have talked more about titties and less about fucking
It's
ET.
okay. We talked about my boobs a little bit.
We did. We got to bring in alien titties next time.
Yeah, seriously.
Let's bring both worlds together.
Where can people find you?
You can find me on Instagram, Dan St. Germain, normal name. Burbs Bros, my podcast. Working on a new cartoon with Dan Soder about our life, growing up with alcoholic parents. It's basically the alcoholic version of Muppet Babies. It's at Fox. We're hoping it's going to go. So I'm putting this energy out there to just make it happen. I'm also writing a movie with Andrew J. Cohen, Rude Neighbors. It's great too. Anyway, Burbs Bros is the paranormal podcast. And I have all my specials that are free on YouTube. So check it out.
Thank you.
Thank you. Sorry about
Thank
receiving my
for-
credits at the end there. Sorry.
No, I wanted them all. Thank you guys for watching another episode of First Date. We'll see you next time.
First date, baby.
Are you really drinking a glass of milk with dinner?
First date.